there. Now at the point, Galena shot, deflection, they score. Plusky, the down lowest shot, saved by LeBlanc Burke. That was.
Taking on the LJR Patriotes. Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem. Veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national.
We're finally connected. Finally connected to some sort of internet. Your Moncton High School Purple Knights, live tonight in about exactly a minute, will take on the Patriotes LJR. First time this season, starting on the road, starting lineup. Between the pipes is number 1, Isaac LeBlanc Burke. On defense, it's number 5, Lucas Obe, and number 8, Tyler Warner, and I. But on the front lines of the forwards, it's Reed Cole, Zach Bayani, and Jack Adams. Starting goalie for LJR will be number 33, Cash Cormier. As we're set for puck drop. Puck's quickly won by the Knights. Obe, Warner. Passed it by Lejal. Down to the other end to chase it is Gagnon. Up against the boards, battling it is Doiron. It's just getting note of the starting goalies. Now a shot deflected by Lejal just wide. And we'll have a penalty coming up. And looking like it's going to go to Lucas Obe. The Purple Knights will start on the penalty kill. Exactly 25 seconds into this one. Face off going to LeBlanc Burke's left. Won by the Knights and quickly swept down the other end. Played by Cormier. Picked up by Béliveau. It's Cedric Béliveau taking his time before quickly moving up with it. Pass in the middle attempted for Gallon. Went off his skate and is now cleared down to the other end. Played behind the net. LeBlanc taking a little bit of a free skate before passing that off to Boudreau. Boudreau skating on with it before the puck's taken away by Harris. Now Tracy wanted to go in that one-on-one, but it's Ouellet that pokes it away from him. Now it's Lejal walking in. He has a shot. That going just wide. LeBlanc trying to keep that end of the point. He goes over his state. Pass over to the other side. Donald. He stops. Pass across to Calmy. That one was in his skates. Taken away by Reed Cole and sent down. The Purple Knights off to a good start on this penalty kill. Now just 50 seconds left to the Obe penalty. Cole taking it, shovels it backhand over to Vale, who will send that back down deeper. Now picked up by Jean-Michel Ouellet. Ouellet taking it, passing out for the breakout. That's blocked away quickly from Evan Beach. Now around the net is Cormier. Miguel Cormier is struggling to keep it. Tracy now with it. Tracy trying to shovel his way. Beach had him. Now Leblanc leaving that off. Pass over to Cormier. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save from LeBlanc Burke. The shot from Detremont at the point. That's another shot. Rebound. And this time it'll end up out of play. We'll have another look at that rob of a glove save from LeBlanc Burke. With a pass from Cormier to the middle. Now just 7:29 left in this period. Purple Knights so far have been in their own zone for most of the time by Annie. Sending that out. Reed Cole with it. Sends it off to Obe. Warner. Pass is picked off by Ouellet. Ouellet shot was whiffed. It ran off the stick of LeBlanc Burke. It was Jaya trying to get that rebound. Now it's Adams trying to send it out. Puck still bouncing along. Ouellet now gets it. They'll dump that in deep to the Purple Knight zone. And it'll be covered by LeBlanc Burke. Harriman trying to shovel out. It gets past him. And so does Donald. Donald not staying onside. No, he stayed onside. That looked offside from my angle. Now Potter rolling down deep. It's Ouellet. Still with it. He's hit on by Brown. Now LJR making a quick break it out of their own zone. And they hit it from Potter. Not to stick it of Vale's hands, it was so big. Now it's Donald. Still with it. The little spin around pass attempted for Boudreau. Now a potential 2-on-1. Beach and Curvin. Beach over to Curvin. Curvin with the back end, and it's stopped by Cormier. Out there, out of the zone. The Beach had to react quickly as it was Gabriel Leblanc. Now LJR looking for a pass. It's Beach taking it away from Cormier. Up to Tracy. As they'll send that into the zone to be picked up by Gagnon. Leblanc. Over to Gagnon. That's by Cormier, and we'll have an offside. So we're getting about to the quarter-way mark of the first period. Here's a bunch of one-touch pass ends up to Adam over a beautiful-looking breakout. Curvin. A shot, and they score! Couldn't even tell who it was. Purple Knights up 1-0. It's Zach Bayeni cutting in low from the pass from Adams and lifting it short side. With our rough camera angle on that. Regardless, 1-0 Knights at 15-14.
Miami. Assisted by number 22, Reed Cole. Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 46 seconds. And Corbell Senate of helping out the match.
And Reed Cole getting an assist on that. Although it was Beach with the pass. Some more battling in the corner. Donald sending that to the point. Now a shot, saved, rebound, attempted bat out of the air from Harris as Bayani deflects, sends that off the boards and down to the other end of the ice. Well, that was Donald making his way solo. Boudreau hit on by Vale. Now a shot out in front. Puck still loose. Ends up with Potter. He just loses it to D'Entremont. He curls out of the zone before Douadon Doucette sends it behind the net. Picked up by Tyler Warner. Over to Obe. Back to Warner. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. Legel. Backdoor. They score. It was the initial failed clearing attempt. Well, it'll end up costing them. Legel picking it off before sending it backdoor to Nathan Douadon. So a quick response from LJR. Harris gets the pass over to Kerman, goes over his stick. Wallet now trying to carry it in. Harris, a pass that doesn't hit anybody but goes onto the net, so no icing. A pass up, Legel trying to cross crease it, and it was Beliveau, couldn't get a stick on it. Now Douadon shoveling it back. Back door, Legel in the corner, and whistle. Penalty going for a slash. Looking like it'll be against LJR. So after a quick goal, Nathan Douadon finds himself in the sin bin. Purple Knights off to the power play at 13:31. Now in the corner. It's Douadon for interference. Beach regrouping in his own end. Evan Beach, pass up to Tracy. Max Tracy getting poke tracked off by Jaillet. Now Wallet was battling before a whistle occurring, stopping play. 1-1 game, 13:07 left to go in the first. A shot on, hitting LeBlanc Burke. Beach picking it up quickly. Skates by Wallet, skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach, end to end. Evan Beach walking in, leaving that for Cole, and a shot and a great save from Cormier to keep this game deadlocked at 1. Evan Beach still with it. Button hooks around, over to Tracy, back to Beach. Beach stopping while spraying a bunch of snow. Sends it low to the goal scorer by Annie, who gives a hefty cross check to Gagnon. There's about 50 seconds left on this power play. Beach just holding the line. Over to Bayani, out of the curve into the middle. Kervin trying to get a stick on it, but it's sent away from the beautiful defense of Gagnon. 37 seconds left on the Douadon interference call. Purple Knights will stay on the power play for the remainder of that. Obe to Warner, back to Obe. Obe to the middle for Vale. Vale walking in. Attempted hit from Calmier. Sent down low, misses Adams. Adams sends a man down. Adams still with it. He gets the puck poked off his stick. Adams still trying to corral a bouncing puck before it is sent outside the zone. Now just under 10 seconds left on the penalty. Obe over to Kervin on the left side. Kervin cut in the middle. Nope, cuts back left before shooting and getting that blocked. Puck is iced down. No icing as the penalty just ends. Warner picking up behind the net to regroup. Making a pass this time that doesn't get picked off. It's deflected by Vale and going down low. Pass up, misses everyone. It was almost be Tracy that got it. And a pass to the middle. Headed for Kervin. Now Boudreau over the other way. Drops up for Wallet. A shot and he scores. And that's not Wallet. That's Yannick Donnel. As it's LJR dropping a pass off to Donnel. And Donnel will roof it. LJR could take it quick. 2-1 1 lead. Pass over to Boudreau. Sending that to the middle, intended for Donnel. Harriman being stickled by Donnel, sending that in front to Boudreau. Now it's Galland trying to corral it. Donnel, pass picked off by Beach. Rookie mistake there before Beach send a pass into a pair of skates. Tracy, pass attempt over to Beach. Misses him and goes all the way down the ice. Around the net goes Wallet. Pass into the skates of Connor Brown. Wallet still with it. Passes over to Donnel. Donnel stops. It's poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. And Connor Brown getting probably his first penalty of the year, as it happened very quickly on our replay. Connor Brown using the body early. Brown will get 2 for charging. 11:04 left in the period. Now Calmier stopping. Puck intercepted by Vale. Now potential 2-on-1 with Vale and Cole. George Vale, cross crease attempt. It's blocked off by a good defensive play. Now Vale dumping that in. Gabriel Leblanc skating around for passing that over to Gauvin. Gauvin getting through the skates of Harriman before he shoots, and it's saved by LeBlancburg. There's some more shooting out in front before Tracy has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed, lose the puck, shot into the glove of Isaac LeBlancburg. Believe that shot was from Kai Leblanc. So LeBlancburg will show him the glove. Let's do a little bit of repairing of the net. Tracy to take the draw. Wins it. Boudreau now with Harris. Harris takes it. A backhand pass up to Beach. LeBlanc with it, bringing it up. Donnell wraparound attempt. Steered away by Campbell Harris. Donnell pass over to D'Entremont. D'Entremont, he stops. Plays that off for Donnell. To the middle, Gallon with a shot. It goes wide. Rebound goes through the crease, says the net comes off. Off to LeBlanc, right? Donnell over to LeBlanc. Hit off his skates and too far out of his reach. Now Obe off the skates of D'Entremont at the point before being sent out to the neutral zone. Penalty to Brown. Now it's having a second left. It's done. Boudreau taking it himself. Chipping it past Obe. Donnell. Stopped by Warner. Now to Obe. He flicks it out of the zone. Delayed icing. Won't be called as Reed Cole almost got there first. Taken up by LeBlanc. Skating around. Attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. And it goes into the glove of Cash Cormier. Nobody can see that on the replay. So there's Purple Knights bench right next to us. They're trying to send that over in front. Tracy trying to poke it. Beach back to Tracy in the corner. Out in front to Curvin. Deflected just wide. The LJR making their way back quickly. Jaye just getting past Harris. Now Ouellet goes crashing into the boards. And the other Ouellet with the shot going wide. Pass up to the point. Intercepted by Ouellet. Over to Ouellet. Blocked by Harris. Ouellet still with it before sending that over to Jaye. Jaye out in front. The shot and a beautiful save from LeBlanc, robbing Samuel D'Entremont. Jaye shot wide. Nejal still with it. Tracy, button hooking, sending that up to Beach. Beach now falling, still with the puck though. This isn't down. Now picked up by Marc-André Ouellet. Skating it up is Cormier. Where he's hit by Obe. Now a battle with two Patriots and two Purple Knights. Taken by LeBlanc as he shoots that just wide. D'Entremont going in. Now some battling in the corner before he be taken out by Cormier. And it's Brennan Murray clearing it off the boards. Going for an icing. Face off in the offensive zone for the Patriots. D'Entremont attempts to take a shot. Now Brown playing behind himself. Picked off by Doiron Doucette. Boudreau's trying to send that up to the middle to Nejal. Doiron up to the point. Shot by Doucette in the glove of LeBlanc.
And going down to about the down the match. Optimal structural forward.
Playing that off to Harriman. Harriman gets hit. Now Adams trying to play it out. There's Al out to the middle before Harris sends it all the way down the ice for another icing. It was Adams and Beniveau in the draw. Beniveau now just shooting it over the net. Duadon attempted to Lejeal. Duadon still has it. Wraparound attempt. And it goes wide. Ouellet with a shot. Blocked. Lejeal back door with another shot. It's wide. Now it's Cole finally getting it out of the zone with no icing. Harris entering the zone himself. Shot on off the pad of Cormier. Now a quick zone entry from Duadon. Harris fakes going around the net or loses it, one of the two. Warner trying to get it out. Ouellet with a shot. That went wide of the left post. Now Boudreau going around a couple. Backdoor pass. It's to no one. There's another shot. And a save. That shot was from Kai Leblanc. As LeBlanc-Berg desperately hugging his post in hopes that the puck was not behind the red line. Donnell shot rimmed around the boards. Oh, it's Warner getting by one, sending that over to his brother Brandon. Pass up over to Potter. Up in the corner, big hits happening. Around the net, a shot. From Beach, now up to the point. It was just out of the reach of Obe. Have to clear it all the way back down. No icing. A pass over to Donnell. Donnell around in the corner. Donnell is still with it. Pass up to Gagnon. Now going down low. Gagnon attempted out to Boudreau in the middle. A good play from Beach to poke it off of Gagnon. No icing on the play. Now the Patriots come up quickly. Gagnon. Hit by George Vale. Now getting out of the zone was Goulet. Flipping that up to Potter. Now just under 3 minutes left. Ouellet over to Jaillet, getting past Harriman, trying to tuck it in the side. And LeBlanc-Berg shuts the door. Now Doucette, still with it, he has a shot. And it goes into the glove of LeBlanc-Berg for another whistle. Now with 2:32 left in the first frame. Esticup picked that up himself. Gathers some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Chooses to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Coming to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Full looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. LJR. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way. Drops that for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Oh no. Attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Full looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. LeJean. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way. Drops that for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Oh no. Attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Full looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. LeJean. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way. Drops that for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Oh no. Attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Full looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. LeJean. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way. Drops that for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Full looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. LeJean. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way. Drops that for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Oh no. Attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Beautiful looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. LJR. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way. Drops up for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Now the dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And the lobber shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Beautiful looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. LJR. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way. Drops up for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Oh no. Attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a We're finally back after a couple technical issues. Both teams split sides. One side now attacking on our close side. Reed Cole, he comes with a shot. A little bit of a rainbow. Whistle, so luckily announced to be 50-50. Sent around the board. Kevin Beach. He had an LJR penalty. Oh, it's a breakaway. A shot. And it didn't go in somehow. Surely thought it went in. That was Nathan Dwyer. Second ring on the breakaway. Beach, Harris, shot just wide. Right off, send that out. Hits Evan Beach. Cross ice pass to Harris. Harris, he has a shot, just goes wide. Oh, a rebound just skipped over the stick of Miami. Pass out to Dwyer. They're clearly going. Now just a minute and 18 seconds left on the call. Beach straight up at speed. Beach stopping. Pass over to Harris. Pass Reed Cole, now over to Tracy. Setting up to the neutral zone over from the Beach. Pass almost deflected and intercepted. Tracy now wheeling in. That's a dangerous hit. A dangerous hit from LeBlanc. The Purple Knights are 1-on-5-on-3 time. LJR refusing to touch up. It is Gabriel LeBlanc to the box for doing something along the lines of this. He'll get head and 2-minute head contact call. Now it's a 5-on-3 for the Knights with 40 seconds. 40 seconds to 5-on-3. That's some more power play time. Harris, pass over to the other side. Beach, he stops. Toss her pass to Harris. Harris walking along the middle with the shot. Deflected wide.
Please leave your press at the penalty box.
Now it's called knee.
I repeat, last four numbers, 50-50 green tickets.
Sending it all the way down the ice.
7-5-5-7.
Now it's a regrouping session. Reach. Up. This is Tracy. Harris, Bianchi, shot, just wide. Reach, still with it. Now it's Ouellette out of the box. Now just a 5-on-4. Sending that out of the zone. Now perfectly caught the regroup. Now it's with a minute left on this time. Warner stopping, sending out to Beach. Beach, shot and or pass to Bianchi. Ends up getting to him. He sends that to Tracy. Tracy, Bianchi in the corner. Bianchi leaving that off for Tracy, looking for Beach back door, and the pass is picked off. Now with the skate to Jayet. It's taken up by Ouellette. Sent.
Congratulations for 50-50 winner. Nathalie Boulou. Qui a battu 169 calls.
Whistle. Blomberg covered up. Face off in the high zone. Delivered on by Beliveau. Quickly sent out of the zone. Now, about to come out of the box. Savage has 10 seconds left for his penalty. Struggling to get out of the road zone. We now placing 5-on-5. Down in the zone. Owen picking.
Mountain High Purple Knights penalty number 11, Jordan Potter. 2 minutes for interference.
Potter will get 2 for interference. Down to the Mons, keeping it in. A pass over for Donnell. He couldn't quite handle the heat on it before it's now dumped. Dante Lamar going to chase it. He picks it. A pass over. Sent. Intercepted by Tracy. Could not tell what that was intended to. As Bidwell picking it up. Donnell, who was the leading point getter last year, has since cooled off this year. And we'll have another Patriots penalty. And it's Yannick Donnell. I was just talking about, we're leading in the league of points last year. a face-off taken by Tracy. We'll play some 4-on-4 for a minute. Obe now behind the net, taken by Lejao. Lejao trying to shove it in, and he couldn't. Crutch along the corner. They take it out by Harris. They won't take it out, but he will carry it in his own zone for a little bit before sending that off the beach. He'll most likely carry it out. And this was accurate. Puck now in front as multiple players went down. Now Jayen moving up. Jayen now still carrying it in before he's poked off by Warner. Adams almost getting the breakout pass. He'll have a hit on Dalton Amal. Now Harris. Drop pass. Over to Adams. Adams still with it. Before being poked off by LeBlanc. Now Bayani on a breakaway. He's hooked. And another Pat's penalty. I love a replay on that. There's Dalton Amal. Going to the box. For a hook. Alright. 13:53. Cole with possession in the corner. We'll play 5-on-3 for 35 seconds. Harris walks in, the Bates shooting, passes it off to Beach. He has a slap shot, and it's blocked by Wallet, and now sent out by Doucette. Well, a 5-on-3, luckily for the Patriots, being killed off very well. Now Evan Beach coming into the zone, toe dragging. Evan Beach skating around, pass that off to Tracy. A shot looking to go to the 5-hole. Campbell Harris over to Beach. Beach over to Harris. Now a 5-on-4. Harris to Bayani in the middle. A shot, they score. It was Beach sending it down to Bayani. It was either Bayani or Tracy that got the rebound down low. It looks like it'll be Reed Cole credited with the goal. At 13:07, the Purple Knights tie it up. It'll now be 5-on-5. And it is not Bayani who scored. Shot on wide. That was Wallet with the attempted shot. Wallet again. He shoots. Gets blocked. There's another shot for Biddyville. That one's wide and also blocked. Wallet. Another attempted shot going wide. No. Attempted pickup from Noirant. Now Sticks raising high out in the corner before it's sent around behind the net. Goulet on it. It's sent in. Now taken out LeBlanc. Dumping it in. No icing called. Now it goes around the board for Goulet. Joey Goulet. Gets the puck poked off him pretty quickly. Now it's Wallet trying to get it out. Wallet, the other one, walking in. Shot. And it's saved by LeBlanc Burke. Faceoff will go back to the Purple Knights defensive zone. As it's lost and a shot and a scramble to keep that out of the net. That's taken up by Evan Beach. Evan Beach attempted pass in the middle over for Kervin. Sees it by Boudreaux. Kervin will hit him back. Now Donnell. Pass in the middle. Warner. Sends that off to Kervin. Kervin will flip it high into the zone. That's taken up by Gagnon. Gagnon sent along the boards. Over for Wallet. Now Wallet trying to pin Kervin down low. Now it's being taken up by Donnell. Passes up over to Boudreaux. Boudreaux is tied up by Warner. Now in the corner, more crashing and smashing. Being taken up and out of the zone. Evan Beach with a 1-on-2. Evan Beach stops. Sends it to no one along the board as Kervin was changing. Now Gana. Pass almost picked off by Harris. It goes through his stick and on to Calmier. He could get a shot on. Calmier still with it down low. Sending it out in front. No one was there to receive it. Now a shot from the point from Wallet was blocked. Now approaching the midway mark. Now potential 2-on-1 by Annie. He has Cole. By Annie trying to get that back door to Cole, and it was a good defensive play by Boudreaux to break it up. Now LeBlanc gaining speed, 1-on-2. He gets poked off the puck. Now Doucette. Taking around the boards. Now LeBlanc. A shot down low. Kicked up by Harris. Almost kept in. A potential breakaway for Reed Cole. And it was LeBlanc speeding back for his back check to break that up. Now LeBlanc. Pass up to Calmier. Couldn't quite get a shot on. Down the round the net is Gauvin. He's hit. Oh, the puck. Just kept in by LeBlanc. And well, the penalty. And a fight. Almost. Can't even tell what's happening. Biatney going to the bench. Clearly in pain. Looks like we'll have multiple penalties. So it's Adams being led to the wrong box and LeBlanc. Calmier also to the box. So it looks like we have a Purple Knights power play coming up. As it was in the tight corner, so pretty much no one could see that happening. And we will not have a Purple Knights power play, it looks like. Looks like it'll be coincidental minors. We'll continue 5-on-5 after all that. Timekeeper's requesting help. As Brandon Warner will make his way to the box. So we might have an LJR power play coming up. And looks like LJR is playing some 5-on-4, so it will be an LJR 5-on-4 power play for the next 2 minutes. Up at the point, a shot, and they score! LJR capitalizes quick on the power play. It's Kai Leblanc from the point. Misread the number. Samuel D'Entremont. A shot along the ice. From the blue line, it finds its way in. They get 3-2 LJR. Not 3-2 Moncton High. Tracy. Butt hooking. Now LeBlanc. Up over to Jaillet. Jaillet walking in. He decides to go around the net. Up. A shot. Blocked. Sent wide. That was at the point from Jean-Michel Ouellet. Ouellet. A shot deflected. And saved. There's no harm done on that shot, as it was close to being deflected and in. Taken up. D'Entremont sending it down low. A shot wide. And another shot from the slot. Back into rebound. And another nice save from LeBlanc Burke to keep this game 3-2. No puck in the left corner. That's around the net. Pass picked off by D'Entremont. He walks it himself to the backhand. A shot, and it just goes wide. D'Entremont pinching from the point and almost getting a very fancy goal. He has it again. He has another shot. And it's saved by LeBlanc Burke. Face off to LeBlanc Burke's left. Taking up, potential 2-on-1. Beach using his speed, but no passing options. Pass it from Douaron to Calmier. He walks in, a shot, and it goes wide. Douaron still with it. Puck up high in the air. We're being taken away now behind the net. Placed in the corner by Murray, up to Beach. Beach taking it back around his net. Pass up to Tracy. Tracy up with it, trying to dangle by one. He reverses D'Entremont. And now a Patriot goes flying into the boards without the puck. Looking like he didn't have the puck. Regardless, we'll play on. Tracy keeping it at the point. Down to Beach, back into the middle. Attempted one time for Potter. A shot from the point from Warner. And that goes into the glove of goalie Cash Cormier. It's Gagnon trying to send that on his own. A shot. Love save, but the rebound was still there. Brown hitting Duned. And sent all the way down and live from the Festival Arena in Shediac And this is Moncton High School Purple Knights hockey. A big flip up out of the zone. Will it be icing? It looks like it's just not going to get there. Brown boards himself, and he'll be going down in pain. No, pass up from Boudreau. That's Donnell with it. A shot, pad save. A pass to Bayani. Bayani almost in all alone. Bayani with a sharp angle hits the side of the net. Galland leaving the zone himself. Maxime Galland. Now battling in the corner. Going around the net is LJR. Up, a shot, saved and covered. That shot was from Jean-Michel Ouellet, playing defense. Now another shot paddled away from LeBlanc Burke. Now into the neutral zone, off the skates of LJR. Over to Ouellet. Back to the legs of LJR. He couldn't quite corral it. Now Ouellet. Pass eventually ends up to LeBlanc. It's Kai LeBlanc walking in. Another shot. That was D'Entremont coming in back door, and he missed wide on what was almost a wide open net. Now Harris picking up. Beach wants a stretch pass. He gets it, and then drops it off for Bayani, who comes in with speed. Bayani, he stops, looks for Beach, gets Cole, and he just shoots it wide. Now Obe keeping it at the point, sending it to Beach. He has a shot, and he scores! It was Evan Beach with a turnaround shot from the ring out line. Gets past goaltender Cash Cormier. Making it the game 3-3 with just under 5 minutes left. Taken up by Beach. He dumps it in. Down in front of the net. Duadon had to carry it away. His players go flying and crashing behind the net. Pass up to Cormier. Maxime Cormier trying to cut in from the left. He gets tripped up and will have a Purple Knights penalty kill and a Patriots power play. Evan Beach gets tangled up with a man. We might have two Purple Knights penalties here, so we might have a 5-on-3. And that is what it looks like it'll be. I think the initial penalty went to Obe for a trip. So Obe has 2 on the clock right now. And Tracy will get 2. Looks like Obe will have 2. The initial penalty and Tracy 2 for after the play. Donnelly has a shot. Saved. Rebound still out loose in front. It's sent to Donnelly. Goes down low. Donnelly look back door. Ends up to the point for D'Entremont. Pass over. Pass back to D'Entremont. He has a shot. Blocked. Rebound goes to Donnelly. Pass back to D'Entremont. At the right blue line. D'Entremont. Down low over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc, he has a shot and he scores! Kai LeBlanc on the 5-on-3. Just 34 seconds in. He walks up, finds a lane, and shoots it past the blocker of LeBlanc Burke. Now a minute and 26 seconds still left on the Tracy call. Well, some good East Coast music. Onto the ball, over the low. That's a nice voice crack to the PA announcer. Onto the ball, he gets tripped up. As calls have been one-sided for Moncton High early. Looks like LJR will get a couple calls right about now. 3:20 left. Moncton High LJR heads back to the 5-on-3. Now just 3:20 left. Wasn't a big slash or hook. Definitely could be called one as well. As Moncton High will use their first timeout late in the second period. Face-off bound to start soon. LJR taking a bit longer. The power play unit, Boudreau, D'Entremont, Wallet, Leblanc, Galland, all come out for the 5-on-3. This is a 4-3 game with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second period between the Moncton High Purple Knights and the LJR Patriots. And Tracy will find his way back to the box. After just getting out, he goes back in for a hook or trip. As Burke still with his helmet off. We'll look at him. Well, finally, get his helmet back on. Taken up by LJR. Donnell. Over to Leblanc. Leblanc. D'Entremont. Misses one-timer. Clear attempt goes right back to Donnell. Send it down low to D'Entremont. D'Entremont now. Still with it. Over to Leblanc. Leblanc through the skate of Donnell. Donnell walking the line. He has a shot. It goes above the net. Now just 30 seconds left on the first Moncton High penalty. Now a pass out in front of the net comes off. And a lucky whistle for Moncton High. So it's LeBlanc Burke actually kicking off the net, which could have saved a goal in this case. A much needed whistle. 2:40 left in the second period. Face-off taken by the Patriots. Wallet walks in a shot. Pad save and deflected wide. Now it's Gauvin. Up over to LeBlanc. Hit by Harris. Pass up. Wallet. Back over to Colmier. Back up to Willette. Now it's just a 5-on-4. Pass out in front. Still loose. It's finally poked away. Then pass over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc moving that over to Willette. Just keeping that in the zone. Willette over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc, he has a shot. Glove save, rebound. Still loose, and it's carried away. Still stuck in the zone, Willette. LeBlanc, shot, deflected, rebound. Oh, just over the net. Puck still managing to stay out of the Purple Knights net before it's finally cleared down. They much needed icing. Now 15 seconds left in the Tracy hooking minor. Now LeJal stops. Looks for a pass. He gets poked off by Cole. Sending that over. A shot. Save. Rebound still loose. They score. Rebound was still loose in front. Couldn't tell who will get credited with the goal. It looks like it's Simon Lejal banking in the loose puck out in front. He waits back door. He gets an opportunity with the loose puck and makes it 5-3. Lejal with patience, staying behind the net. Simon Lejal with patience to stay back door with 3 Patriots down low. He gets a free pizza and capitalizes. A shot, d'Entremont. Now we have 59 seconds exactly in this final frame. Purple Knights hoping to strike once more before heading to the room. D'Entremont. Pass, shot, rebound, still loose. Beach with it, and a stick goes flying. That's the stick of Doiron Doucette with a rocket of a shot at 10 before it's blocked. Beach sending that out to Tracy. Potential 2-on-1. Tracy to buy any pass to Tracy just out of his reach. And covered up by Colmier. Well, at least have a face-off in the offensive zone. We'll say we'll have another timeout before heading to intermission. As Bayani gets some instructions from the coaches. Well, a face-off. Tracy to take it. And that's won cleanly by the Patriots. LeBlanc sending that high into the neutral zone. Harris will play that off his skate. Now just 20 seconds left. LeBlanc. Pass over to Wallet. Harris, one touches that. Now it's LeBlanc being crunched up against the boards. Harris out to Biani in the neutral zone. Now just a couple seconds left. Biani, he shoots and it's deflected just wide. As that'll be cleared and be it for the period. Luckily, no equipment issues as we'll head.
Now a shot and they score.
As we'll head to intermission. We'll play some game highlights from last game versus Matthew Martin.
To the middle.
And today,
Backhand shot, glove
we'll head to a
save.
quick 15-minute intermission. Don't leave.
A shot and they score.
Tyler Warner, another pass.
Picked off Legel. Backdoor, they score.
Skates by Jaye. Evan Beach, end to end. Evan Beach walking in,
Leaving that for Cole and a shot and a great save.
Irvin. Now Boudreau over the other way.
Drops up for Wallet, a shot and he scores.
Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the board. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck.
Shot into the glove.
Oh no, attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaye. Jaye
Out in front. The shot and a beautiful save.
up to the point.
Shot by Doucette in the glove. There's another shot.
And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low.
Now a shot and they score.
Almier being shoved off by Murray.
Coming to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save.
Beautiful looking breakout. Curvin.
A shot and they score.
Tyler Warner. Another pass.
Picked off Legel. Backdoor, they score.
Skates by Jaye. Evan Beach.
End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole and a shot and a great save.
Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way.
Drops up for Wallet, a shot and he scores.
Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the board. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck.
Shot into the glove.
Oh no, attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaye. Jaye
Out in front. The shot and a beautiful save.
up to the point.
Shot by Doucette in the glove. There's another shot.
And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low.
Now a shot and they score.
Almier being shoved off by Murray.
Coming to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save.
Beautiful looking breakout. Curvin.
A shot and they score.
Tyler Warner. Another pass.
Picked off Legel. Backdoor, they score.
Skates by Jaye. Evan Beach.
End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole and a shot and a great save.
Irvin. Now Boudreau over the other way.
Drops up for Wallet, a shot and he scores.
Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the board. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck.
Shot into the glove.
Oh no, attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaye. Jaye
Out in front. The shot and a beautiful save.
up to the point.
Shot by Doucette in the glove. There's another shot.
And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low.
Now a shot and they score.
Almier being shoved off by Murray.
Coming to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save.
Beautiful looking breakout. Curvin.
A shot and they score.
Tyler Warner. Another pass.
Picked off Legel. Backdoor, they score.
Skates by Jaye. Evan Beach.
End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole and a shot and a great save.
Irvin. Now Boudreau over the other way.
Drops up for Wallet, a shot and he scores.
Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the board. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck.
Shot into the glove.
Oh no, attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. Legel. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Curvin. Now Boudreau. Over the other way. Drops that for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stop. Goes off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Oh no. Attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. Legel. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Herman. Now Boudreau. Over the other way. Drops that for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stops. Goes off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Oh no. Attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. Legel. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Curvin. Now Boudreau. Over the other way. Drops that for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stops. Goes off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Oh no. Attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. Legel. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Herman. Now Boudreau. Over the other way. Drops that for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stops. Goes off by Obe before being hit into the boards.
Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove.
Oh no, attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet.
Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot.
And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot.
Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score.
Cormier being shoved off by Murray.
Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save.
Beautiful looking breakout. Curvin. A shot.
And they score.
Tyler Warner. Another pass.
Picked off LJR. Backdoor. They score.
Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach.
End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole and a shot and a great save.
Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way.
Drops that for Wallet. A shot and he scores.
Stops.
Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove.
Oh no, attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet.
Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot.
And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot.
Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score.
Cormier being shoved off by Murray.
Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save.
Beautiful looking breakout. Curvin. A shot.
And they score.
Tyler Warner. Another pass.
Picked off LeJean. Backdoor. They score.
Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach.
End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole and a shot and a great save.
Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way.
Drops that for Wallet. A shot and he scores.
Stops.
Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove.
Oh no, attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet.
Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot.
And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot.
Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score.
Cormier being shoved off by Murray.
Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save.
Beautiful looking breakout. Curvin. A shot.
And they score.
Tyler Warner. Another pass.
Picked off LeJean. Backdoor. They score.
Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach.
End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole and a shot and a great save.
Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way.
Drops that for Wallet. A shot and he scores.
Stops.
Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove.
Oh no, attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet.
Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot.
And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot.
Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score.
Cormier being shoved off by Murray.
Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save.
Beautiful looking breakout. Curvin. A shot.
And they score.
Tyler Warner. Another pass.
Picked off LeJean. Backdoor. They score.
Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach.
End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole and a shot and a great save.
Curvin. Now Boudreau over the other way.
Drops that for Wallet. A shot and he scores.
Stops.
Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Oh no, attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Beautiful looking breakout. Curvin. A shot. And they score. Tyler Warner. Another pass. Picked off. Legel. Backdoor. They score. Skates by Jaillet. Evan Beach. End to end. Evan Beach walking in. Leaving that for Cole. And a shot. And a great save. Curvin. Now Boudreau. Over the other way. Drops that for Wallet. A shot. And he scores. Stops. Poked off by Obe before being hit into the boards. Has to come pick that up himself. Gather some speed. Lose the puck. Shot into the glove. Oh no, attempted dumping attempt. Caught by Cole. He has a shot. Over to Jaillet. Jaillet out in front. The shot and a beautiful save. Up to the point. Shot by Doucette. In the glove. There's another shot. And a save. And LeBlanc shuts the door. Now Doucette. Still with it. He has a shot. Choosing to go down low. Now a shot and they score. Cormier being shoved off by Murray. Cormier to the middle. A backhand shot. Glove save. Beautiful looking breakout. And here we go. We're back for the third and final period. Starting out with no penalties on the board. A rare occurrence for this game, as a lot of the game has been played short-handed by both teams. Now breaking in quickly is Donnell. Loses the puck to Adams. Gets it back. He shoots. Shot saved. Thought it went out of play. Barely stayed in. Now Gallon trying to keep it in. It's just kept in by Wallet. He sends it over to Donnell. A shot over the glove of LeBlanc. Boudreau now with it along the boards. He gets crunched by Adams and Cole. Donnell now sending that around. Intended for Gallon. It's picked up by Bayani after it goes wide of him. Bayani saucer pass over to Cole. Tracy with it. Soft pass over to Harriman. Harriman stops. Skates up slowly. Looks for passing options, and it's deflected just wide of the stick of Kerman. Now Jaillet moving in. Taken by Gallon. Legier's back door. He doesn't pass it to him. Gallon still with it. Attempted drop pass is taken by Kerman. It was through his legs. Kerman needs to rush quickly. Beach gets there. Couldn't quite send it in front to Kerman in time, as the net goes flying off. Kerman being the prime reason for that. First whistle coming just over a minute in. Now LJR, a quick breakout. Dantonamont still with it. He gets stopped by Harriman. Now Wallet battling with Harriman in the corner. Taken up by Beach. Saucer pass. And it missed the stick of Harris and Curvin. Dr. Moss still with it. No, excuse me, that's Dwight on Doucette. No, picked up by Beach. Over Curvin. Trying to get past Dr. Moss. The puck's sent back down. LJR left that off for Jaillet, who couldn't quite center it. Puck was picked off by Curvin. Now it's taken by Beach. Beach on a 1-on-2. He shoots it just wise. He needed to go for a change. No. It was Govach trying to get it. Govach still with it. No, it's hidden up by Ouellet. Now sent out to Ouellet. And sent back down to LeBlanc Burke. And still covered up for a whistle at 7:26 in the third.
And we'll now set the pumping down to match optimal structural forward.
Warner trying to send that along the boards. Deflected away by LeBlanc. LeBlanc sending that out in front. And it's Gauvin who couldn't take it a shot on net. Now Cole pokes it by Ouellet. He has Bayani with him. Cole and Bayani. Cole over to Bayani cross crease. And they score! Didn't look like it at first. Cole with the 2-on-1 with Bayani. He sent it over, and Bayani finishes it. No problem. (5-4) LJR. Harris sending it up. Misses Potter. And goes down the ice for an icing. As Harris will gladly stand right in front of our camera. We'll get a good look at him. Face off taken by Harris. Stripped off him by Boudreaux. Now Vale sending it along the boards. Potter chasing it. So is Donnell. Now Ouellet at the point. Goulet deflects the pass. Won't go down for an icing. As Jean-Michel Ouellet will have to pick it up. Now having some trouble with the puck. Eventually sent it to Boudreaux. It's poked off by Harriman. No Doe. Sends it along the boards for Harris. Harris tries to continue it. Donnell intercepts. He banks that off the boards. Ouellet, lap bomb. As LeBlanc Burke doesn't know where the rebound is and they score. The initial shot hit LeBlanc Burke, went sky high. Nobody knew where it was. It lands. And it's Yannick Boudreaux getting LJR 6-4. .16:09 left. LJR strikes back quickly. Beach intercept the pass going down low. Dwadoff hit on by Tracy. LeJar working up with a bit of speed as he dumps it in. Picked up by Warner. Warner sends that along the boards. Curvin. Good zone exit pass to Tracy. Tracy struggling to hold control of the puck. Warner shot and into the glove of Cormier. Warner stepped in a little bit before letting a shot go. Now Kermit with the shot out in front. It just goes wide. Now picked up by LeBlanc. Pass over to Colmier. Poked off by Harriman. Colmier still with it. Bouncing puck now. Beach pokes it out of the zone. Trying the dangling by Wallet. He stops. Tries to pass it over to Kervin. It goes by him. The puck goes in the corner. Taken up by LeBlanc. Attempted clearing. Almost gets blocked by Beach. Cormier trying to get past Harriman. Barely getting by him. It's how Harriman fends him off. A fake wraparound. It's a rebound out in front. They score. No, they don't. LJR thought they did. Puck still loose out in front. Now we'll have a bunch of head contact. The definition of head contact. As this game somehow remains 6-4. We'll have a look at what just happened. Well, Blomberg down on the ice. He eventually covers up. We'll continue 5-on-5 after a little bit of a scrum. Now Harris. Backhander out of the zone. Taken by Gagnon. Sent in. Murray around to Bianni. Zach Miami sends it around. Past Harris. Picked up by Cole. Reed Cole. Back around the boards where it just came from. Bianni not there this time. Taken by Jaillet. There's Jaillet with the attempted shot on net. Blocked by Adams. Adams sends it up to Cole, who tries to deflect it by Wallet. Now Adams can walk it into the trailer, and he couldn't quite get a shot off. But Harris trying to play some defense. As Legel run into the ref. Yeah, I know. Offside called. Yeah, taken by Moncton High. Tyler Warner sent along the boards. Gone to the mall. Passing it. Dunnell picks up the puck. Now going through the neutral zone, entering the offensive zone. Dunnell still with it. Sharp angle shot, and it goes up into the netting. Dunnell walking in, trying to roof it by the shoulder of LeBlanc Burke. That goes up into the protective netting. Clearing attempt, Kervin sends it along the boards. Donton Mall misses. Now we'll have to go back check for that. He crosses out over to Jaillet. Jaillet walks in, shot, just goes wide. Now Wallet gets an accidental hit on Beach. Pass over, just misses Kervin. He'll have to go protect the icing. Now Kervin trying to shoot that on net, almost got it by the goaltender. We'll have a whistle. Maybe a penalty coming up. Hypothesis correct. It's Jean-Michel Wallet to the box at 13-19 in the third. Or that's Malik Doiron Doucette. He'll go for slashing at 13-19. Harris. Pass down. It was Tracy getting that across the beach, and it just missed him. Harris. Over to Tracy. Tracy doing some fancy moves. Forcing that over to Beach. Back to Tracy. Just missed him. Now Tracy back to the point for Harris. Harris quarterback in the power play. Sends that to Tracy. Tracy now out in front. Cole trying to shovel that to the net. And it's cleared out and down the ice. Campbell Harris recovering, sending that off to Evan Beach. Beach still with it, passes that off to Tracy. Tracy trying to dangle, that ends up in the skates of Beliveau. Before down into the glove of LeBlanc Burke. Pass up, it's Beach trying to make some moves, and it's Beliveau intercepting and sending it down the ice. Now just 56 seconds left on the power play. Tracy getting by one. And it's Kai LeBlanc sending that back. Now Beach walking in. He cuts around a couple. Still going around the net. Up for Harris. Back to Beach. There's a shot. Didn't have much on it. Now it's LJR going the other way. That's LeBlanc. LeBlanc to the middle, attempted for Wallet. He couldn't quite pick it up, and now he's taken down for a penalty. That'll be a 4-on-4 for 16 seconds. It'll be Max Tracy to the box. About the third time today. He'll get a hooking or holding call on this. Dumped around. D'Entremont. Pass over to Boudreau. He's hit on by Warner. Boudreau still with control of the puck. Send that to D'Entremont. Leaves that off for Boudreau on the right point before sending that off to the left. It was Donnell trying to center that out in front. Now Vale clears it down for an icing. Now the zone entry, the dump and chase. LeBlanc sending that off to Boudreau. Up to D'Entremont, shot. Going wide of the left post. Donnell. Now trying to get that out in front of Boudreau. It's Bayani setting that out of the zone and over the stick of LeBlanc. Now just over 50 seconds left on the Tracy holding minor. And just over 10 minutes left to go in this third period. Bayani to hit on Donnell, but he's still on his feet and moving. Donnell, pass, hits the back of the net. We're sending that off to Boudreau. He has a shot. Rebound is there for LeBlanc. And he's tripped up by Cole. Actually hits him in the head. Now Cole around the net. Before clearing that, we hold 200 feet. Now there's 10 seconds left. Jaillet. Pass attempt in the middle for Legel. No icing called. Warner trying to send it out. Goes high. It just misses the bench. Tracy now hopping over the box to get back on the ice. 5-on-5. Obey. Now Legel with it. Pass to the point. Taken by Tracy. Now Wallet trying to get to the middle. Puck in some skates. Now it's to the point. Wallet, a slap shot. Rebound still loose. Cheyenne with the shot. Pad save and rebound is set down in the corner. .907 left in this final frame. Purple Knights down by a score of 6-4. Pass up. Gets over every Purple Knight almost under the stick of Jaillet. Now it's Gagnon sending that down to LeBlanc Burke. Picked up by Harris. not cutting around the net. Puck now loose at the slot. A shot. Still another shot. It was whiffed multiple times. The puck was sitting almost in the crease for a solid couple seconds. Now it's Biani with a shot, and he scores! Biani racing in all alone against Calix Gagnon. He beats him and roofs it. Now 6-5. 8 minutes 30 left to go. Harriman sending that around the boards. Biani shoving that against. Now Doiron Doucet. Cormier trying to move it down low. Biani getting it by Doiron Doucet. Still kept in by Boudreau. Now around. Cormier trying to shove it in the side of the net. Nothing doing. Harriman trying to get it out. Govan with it. Now Biani trying to get it past Doiron Doucet, and he couldn't. Doiron Doucet. Now to LeBlanc. A shot. Just deflected wide. Reed Cole deflected it by D'Entremont. Now Doiron Doucet with it in the neutral zone. Purple Knights making some risky changes. Doiron Doucet walks in. He stops. He shoots. And into the glove of LeBlanc Burke. Just over 7 minutes, 30 seconds left in a tight game between Moncton High and LJR. Potter hits Wallet. Now Murray in with it. Potter hits Boudreau. Drops his stick now behind the net. Was a chance for Gallon as he misplays it. And LeBlanc Burke ends up covering it. Well, he's hit on by Potter. Boudreau now around the net. Attempted wraparound. Thought it went in. Now Murray breaking it out himself. Passing it over the middle for Brown. Connor Brown, he shoots off the pad of Cormier. Now a puck out loose in front. Now Vale trying to get a shot on net. Terrace pinching. Now Donnell, he gets around him. Donnell gets around Harriman. Donnell with the shot almost on 1 foot. Now sending that to Boudreau. Yannick Boudreau cuts to the middle. He has a shot and it goes wide. Another shot that goes through the crease. Boudreau still with it. He backhands it down low to Gallon. Gallon maneuvering the other way. Saucer pass to the other side. Went into the shin pad of LeBlanc. Harriman now pinned up with LJR. Harriman trying to get it out. LeJel is right with him. LeJel will take the puck from him. Center that over to Gallon. It's now taken by Potter and shipped out. The Purple Knights desperately need a change. LJR now coming in. Donnell with a shot. He scores. Yannick Donnell walked in while the Knights were having some changes, and he snipes it. Purple Knights desperately need a change in that situation. Purple Knights down by a score of a difference of 2 once more. Beach over to Curvin. Curvin trying to get by Colmier. Warner now dumping it in while also hitting Beliveau in the process. Now Wallet skating in it himself. Wallet with the shot, almost going through the 5-hole of LeBlanc Burke. Pass deflected by Curvin, but not fully caught. Turned over. Beliveau passes that over to Doiron. Now his defensive zone. Wallet corrals it as he dumps it down. No icing called. Heron whiffs on it. Now behind the net, LJR almost stripped it from him. Now battling behind the net, LJR and Harriman. For that being poked away by Tracy. Columbia picks it up in the corner. Sends it up to Donson Amal. Shot went into the shin pads of Curvin. Now the Patriots turn over at almost the blue line. Curvin will hit Donson Amal. Harris doesn't know the puck's behind him as he sends it along the boards. LeBlanc picks it up now behind the net. Cormier looking for his options. He sends it over. No, behind the net. LeBlanc with the attempted shot. It goes up and wide. Donson Amal at the blue line. Dangles by Curvin. He has a shot. It's deflected just wide of the post. Now another shot hits the side of the net. Now Curvin rifles it into the shin pads of the ref. Now LeBlanc, he shoots. Two players go down in front. That's Harris and Cormier. Now finally the puck gets out of the zone. Cole with it. That's a dangerous hit. As the stick went flying, no call. Now Doiron Doucette. There's the shot. Now just under 4 minutes left. Tracy hits him. Now it's Cormier trying to truck through Tracy behind the net. That's the other Cormier picking it up. Those two players are tangled. The puck goes straight through them. Cole trying to get it out. He didn't get much on the puck. Now LeBlanc over to Cormier. Cormier with the shot. It's deflected wide. Jair. Tracy reverts it in. Now Doiron Doucette. Cormier out to the middle of the puck. Deflects off 4-player six before it finally it's out of the zone. Now Jair entering the zone. Jair to the middle. Shot was wide. Now Jair back into the point. One-timer Wallet and he whiffed on it. Adams around the net. Boudreau getting it by Harriman. Now behind the net is Galland. Galland being chased on by Harriman behind the net. Sends it over to Boudreau. Back pass over to Galland. Adams finally taking that from behind the net. Pass up was for Cole. The puck finally is slapped out. Deflected by Wallet, so no icing. It's picked up by LeBlanc. Now approaching the 2-minute mark. Pass over, selected for Boudreau. He gets by Warner. Boudreau with the backhand, and he scores! Yannick Boudreau, his second of the game, is a beauty, cutting by Tyler Warner. And shoveling the backhand in. Make it 8-5. 2:13 left to go. Now Beach walks in, he shoots, goes wide. Now Wallet. Pass over to LJR. Now Warner sends it over to Obe, right through his legs. Obe, pass intended up for Vale. Deflected off a body. No, Gagnon recovering down low. Passes that up for Doiron. Stops. Gets boarded by Vale. Puck now up loose. One-on-one. It's Beach and Wallet. Beach with a shot off the pads of Cormier. And rejected. LeJar sending that in past Burke. Now Wallet still with it. Attempted wraparound, poked away by Harris. Now Gauvin cutting in. Backdoor pass intended for Cormier. Puck still loose out in the slot. Finally taken out. Vale pokes it along the board. Sent back in by Cormier. Pass over to Cole in the middle. Coley has a shot. Just goes wide. Adams picking it up behind the net. Going around. Now just less than a minute to go. It'll be dumped down. And ref yelling out center, 22 white slash. Indicating Reed Cole. He'll go off for a slash at 41 seconds left. Muktanai headed to the penalty kill for what could be the rest of this game. Unless, of course, LJR manages to score. Can't tell if it's a timeout that's happening. The faceoff goes out into the neutral zone. Although it was a penalty. Warner skating back to chase it. Nigel almost beating him. Now Cook getting it out of the zone. Attempted pass up the beach is intercepted. Now D'Entremont. D'Entremont getting into the zone. Cutting around. D'Entremont trying to lift it over the shoulder of Burke. And he said a firm no to that one. .9 left in this third period. Now getting out of the zone is Beach, trying to get by a defenseman. He reverses one. Evan Beach now in the offensive zone. Turned it over. Pass over to Gagnon to loop around and finish this game in the LJR defensive zone. Final score, 8-5 LJR. As this game ends 8-5, a very well played game by the Purple Knights, especially going up against one of the top teams in the league, LJR, who have beaten, if I am not mistaken, Clément Cormier and l'Odyssée in the past. Looking it up. They've beaten Riverview High, another strong contending team. They have beaten l'Odyssée. They haven't beaten Clément Cormier, but they have beaten l'Odyssée, who is for first or if not second in the standings at this current moment. This will be in the stream. We'd like to say thank you for watching. Next stream, reminding you, is this Sunday at 8 p.m. as the Moncton Purple Knights take on the same LJR Patriots just at home at the K Arena. We hope to see you there. We appreciate you for watching.